Well, good morning everyone. This is another day. Yesterday, I didn't get as far as I really wanted to because I had to go get a new gun. So I did that as you saw. And now I'm back at it this morning. I just brought up another 20 square foot of hardwood flooring that I haven't even opened up yet. And you can see I've got all this done here, which is looking pretty good. So today's project, this is what I want to do. I'm going to finish the closet. And the thing is, I'm now at a point over here where I can no longer use the gun. So I'm going to use a hand nailer. And I can still use the gun over here for a couple more pieces. But then I got to go to the hand nailer, which is the way it works. Because if you watch, I'll show you what I mean here. Now, I can no longer hit. I could barely hit the plunger, I'll call it, in order to drive the nail on this last piece. So, I'll go ahead and finish these three pieces here, and then I'm down to hand nailing. And then what I want to do is continue this run and try to get up to the end of the paper, and also move the bookcase back into this corner. And that's this bookcase right in back of me. And you can see the dilemma I have here. And this will be interesting for you to see how I deal with this. And that is, the wall switches are right here for the overhead light, and there's an outlet down below. So here's the wall switches. So when you walk in the door, the wall switches are there. But on the bookcase, you can see this hole over here, right here, that accommodates that. So what would happen is, when you walked in the room, you'd be hitting those switches blindly. But I have a system that I used in the other room that I'm going to do today, or within the next day after I get this bookcase over here, because I may have to adjust those holes a little bit, because this hardwood that I'm putting down is about at least 1/4 of an inch higher than the old flooring. The old flooring was just laminate flooring. This is new hardwood flooring. I think it went from 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. So this may need a minor adjustment. Not much, but I'll take care of that. And then I'm going to accommodate this switches. The outlet will be fine. That'll be right where it was. But the switches I'm going to bring out to here. They're going to come from here, and they're going to be on the flat here. But we'll take care of that later. But for now, we'll go ahead and take care of this. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new 20 square foot of flooring, and then we'll get started. Oh boy, new box. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and see what we have for pieces to fit over here. So this one here looks like a nice smaller piece, and I'm just going to move these over. And then what we have next is all longer pieces, but I know there's shorter pieces in here. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. If you come over here, see, that'll fit. That'll work in there all right. getting a little tight. Now, I told you how it's very tight here. So watch this. Right now, I barely have space to hit this, and I'm talking barely. Okay? I'm barely catching that plunger. And that's it for that row, because after this it's hand nailing. So I'll go ahead and get some pieces to cut for in here, and then we'll do some, we'll get this bad boy done. The closet is finished. And what a pain in the tail that is, I'll tell you. It's tough getting into that inside wall, but you get it done. And you can see there's a gap here, but that's all right. The baseboard will hide that. So that's what baseboard is for. And you want a little bit of room for expansion anyway, so. But cruising along here, you can see I'm out here. Like I said, today's goal is to get at least get to the edge of the paper. This is my second 20-foot square box of the day, and most of this morning has just been dealing with this closet space, and it actually looks pretty good. And what's going in here is a bunch of shelving. It had closet made shelving. I'm not a fan of closet made, you know, that wire shelving. It's nice, it's good. I'm just not a fan of it. I've used it in the past. I would rather build my own shelf system. And when it's done, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you want to really see it, you can go back to last year, search through my videos where I renovated another room. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do some of this here. And then I want to get that bookcase back over to it where it belongs. Alrighty, well, this is as far as I'm getting today. You can see, I got to the edge of the paper. I got one loose piece sitting here. But I haven't put my bookcase in. And that will be tomorrow morning. I'm going to slide this bookcase over and maybe slide this dresser over to the corner. We'll see. Because what I need to do is tear up some of this old floor to make room for the width of the paper. So I want to tear up enough, which will be probably about 2 feet's worth, in order for me to roll out some more paper. So the thing is, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I need to eat lunch, and then I'll head to the gym. So this is about it for the day. So what I do, I'm probably gonna average 2 or 3 square, or 2 or 3 boxes a day, which is about 40 square a day, maybe 60 square. And partly the reason why it's slow going lately is because of that closet and other things I've had to do. But now, tomorrow I gotta mount this bookcase up again. So that'll take a little bit of time, but I'll film how I get around that outlet situation, or that the switch in the outlet situation. And, you know, so I work a couple hours a day, you know, put in 3 hours, 4 hours, and then I eat lunch, take it easy for a little bit, do other little errands and whatnot, and then head to the gym. So we'll see what tomorrow brings when we go ahead and put this bad boy back in its place. We have light, and with any luck, I can slide it over to here. Got those two ready to come through, and I got these back here. Those two are through. There we go. Not too bad. I got my hammer. So this is how it goes for the whole roll. For this whole, I don't know, couple feet. And this is what it's like. You can see staples get stuck. I get those out after. But right now, I'll go ahead down the row. But in a second, I'm going to cut out some baseboard. And this is really the part that sucks. So this is the part that sucks, because it's just, it makes a mess. You got, after, no sooner do you get all this stuff cleaned up, then you got to pull up the staples, sweep it all up, clean it up, take the debris and bring it out to my trailer where I've been storing all the I'll call it refuse or demo material, and I'll take that all to the dump once I get the whole room squared away. And it's not really a dump, it's a transfer station. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop filming for now, but we'll get back to filming after I pull up this floor and as I'm putting that bookcase together, because I think that's pretty interesting. Good morning, everyone. So, back at it again. Had a couple days where, one, we had a big snowstorm here. So we had some snow, and then right after that, it rained about an inch, and then right after that, the temperatures dropped into the single digits. So, that takes priority over the home project. But I'm back up here now. Yesterday, what I did do, along with cleaning up a little bit, the cleanup was most of the day before from the snow. But yesterday, what I did is I took care of the bookcase and got it mounted. And we can see that right here. So that's now mounted. Plus, I have my switches in. So what I did is I boxed it out. And I'm going to pull this off. You can see it still opens up. You can see my work in there. So I basically drilled a hole through a dummy plate, ran the wires through it, and extended it. So that is now basically a junction box. And then I extended it over here to these switches. And I have this backer board that goes right in here, as you can see. And what I'll do is I'll put some Velcro or something, a couple Velcro tabs on, just enough to hold it in. And you can get it off. I can either put a little ring on it up top to pull it off, or I can use something like this paint can remover and just get a grip up top and pull it back. But we'll see. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just happy I have the switches in, bookcases in, and now it's time to get to work here. I have a fresh box of flooring and I'm ready to work it. Hey, so hey everybody, back here again, and I just finished completing the hardwood flooring. Not too shabby, huh? And you know what? I had just enough. This was, what was it? 10 times 200 square feet, I believe. And I had just enough to complete the job. And I think it came out pretty good. Still got my, some of my tools here. The room's in a bit of disarray. So, what I'm going to do next is address this window. I'm going to replace all the trim on it, which as you can see is a 2.5 inch trim, which means that when I do that, I have to replace the sill. Otherwise the new trim will be here and the sill will be here. So I got to bring the new sill out a ways, at least 2 inches bigger. So that's the next project, along with getting all the baseboard done. I also have to do this window, and I have to do the closet, get the new door on. So now, from this point forth, I have a lot of finished work. But what I'm going to do, I'm feeling good because I finally got this floor done, which wasn't easy because it's a lot of bending over. My saw that I used to cut the pieces is 2 floors down in my basement. So whenever I would do cuts, I'd have to go all the way downstairs, make some cuts. I try to bring like 2 or 3 pieces down at a time and do what I got to do. With that said, I also had to work around snowstorms and appointments in Boston, which took all day. And but everything's looking great. I feel good about it. Now I can get rolling on, like I said, the trim work. I'm going to close this video out. Thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and post another one later when I start trimming it out and all that good stuff. But for now, I'm just going to pick away at this project. Again, thank you for watching. All the best to all, and happy adventures.